the Eminence in Shadow episode 11, and in this episode we got the true start to this new arc. The reason I say true start is because in this episode we got to see the action, we got to see the important stuff in a way, because yeah, in the last episode I guess it is the real start of the arc, but we were given hints here and there, not that much. It was very confusing, just the episode itself, but after watching this episode more things become clear after watching the last episode and this episode together. So yeah, in this episode I guess you can say the true start or the true beginning started, because we got to see the action, we got to see a lot of things, so many fights, so many new information, and like I said, this episode made it easier to understand a little bit more this new arc, complemented with the last episode. Not that everything is already set out or explained in this episode, there are still a lot of things to be explained, but yeah, the episode started pretty funny, to be honest, because in that opening scene, I actually didn't expect Alexia to be there. I actually expected Oriana to pop out of nowhere or something in those lines, but no, it was actually Alexia that was there. And it was funny, but at the same time it was informative, because the talk they had together in the public bath in the center was actually pretty informative, like I said, because she said a lot of things. For example, apparently in this goddess trial they're having, each of the warriors that are participating will have to summon an ancient warrior, and it is explained by Alexia that apparently not every warrior can do it. In fact, she says that only 10 warriors in the whole competition is able to summon an ancient warrior, which is pretty interesting, because that means that not every warrior that participates, or almost all warriors that participate, are not worthy. And she also explains, I don't know if it was her or it was explained later, but it was also explained that there was a person called the Wandering Swordsman Venom or something like that. I don't know if I'm remembering right, but apparently he was able to summon the hero Olivier, because he was, I guess you can say, worthy enough to summon him. And it is also explained that apparently he was not able to defeat him. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff here and there about the things that are this goddess trial. It is also explained by the new acting archbishop that the power that this hero Olivier has were bestowed by the goddess Beatrix. So I don't know if that is actually also really interesting. I don't know if that will have some effect in the future if the hero Olivier is summoned again or something like that, which it could happen. I don't know, maybe that is who is summoned at the end of the episode when there is a big light and there's something big happening. Maybe that is the one that is summoned, or maybe it is Diablos or somebody else evil, who knows, or maybe Olivier himself is evil, who knows. And I guess the climax of the episode is when the goddess trial is happening, because Sid and everybody else is there appreciating. We have a funny scene between Beta and Alexia, and everything is happening. Sid is just there bored, trying to not get bored, although like I said already he is, and surprisingly out of nowhere he gets called to this stage, and he doesn't know how to act, because he doesn't know if he should be there as Sid or if he should run or if he should do something else. And what he chooses to do is appear as Shadow. I don't think anyone would suspect that is him, but who knows. But yeah, he appears as Shadow. He fights or summons this witch, which Shadow nicknames as Violet, and it is explained by the acting bishop that this witch is apparently the strongest witch out of all the witches that exist, and Shadow is there fighting her. And we see an important shot where it is demonstrated that she's not fighting with her full potential, with her full power, because she's chained up, tied up. She is constrained in some sort of way which doesn't allow her to demonstrate her full power, which is a shame, because even Shadow admits that he would have wished to fight her in her full strength, and because of that he is able to defeat her easily. Although that doesn't mean that if she was in her full power Sid wouldn't be able to defeat her, because maybe in this point in time it is somewhat safe to say that Sid could be the strongest person in the Eminence in Shadow universe or world. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff happening all around. And like I said at the beginning, at the end of the episode there was a summoning in response to Shadow's appearance, because it is explained that in the goddess trial, when you appear, if you're worthy enough, an ancient warrior will appear according to your own fighting power. And we don't see who is summoned, but it could be a lot of people. It could be the ancient hero Olivier that was already already summoned in the past by this wandering swordsman Venom. But it could also be, I don't know, Diablos or somebody else powerful, or the goddess Beatrice. Who knows? I mean, it could be a lot of people that are summoned. But I don't know how they will be able to handle it, because now Shadow has left. I don't know if he will come back again or if he will be working in the shadows, as his name implies. Also pretty confusing when Violet first appeared, you know, the witch, because I actually thought she was Gamma, because she seems to be very similar to her. I mean, she's almost a copy of her. I don't know if anybody else got confused with that. I don't know if anybody else thought she was also Gamma, because even the inner dialogue that Sid was having, you know, that they were having a fight but at the same time an orchestra, a dance where they were showing their moves and dancing around. I interpreted that as Sid having a show, you know, a performance with Gamma, but no, that was not the case, because even at the end we see that she gets apparently killed. So unless they throw us a curveball and yeah, she was actually Gamma, she doesn't appear to be that person. She appears to be a whole completely different person by what was explained in this episode. So yeah, that actually confused me a little bit. But yeah, so many interactions in this episode, so many funny scenes, which is something that I actually like about the Eminence in Shadow, you know, that it is packed with a lot of action, with a lot of interesting interaction that leads to more story development, more character development. But at the same time, you have those moments in where you have funny scenes like it was in the beginning, and the interaction between Beta and Alexia, you know, having to compete with Sid's affection or love, even though Alexia doesn't even know that Beta likes Sid. But yeah, those interactions are pretty funny and also give another light, another perspective to the episode, because it is a joy to watch it. It is a whole ride to watch it. It is not simply monotone in the atmosphere, in the feeling that it's given. It is here and there. It has all sort of emotions, which, like I said already, makes the episode even more interesting. And not only the episode, but the anime, because it has been the theme throughout the whole anime. So yeah, I think we ought to appreciate that more. But who knows what will happen in the next episode? Who knows who will be summoned? Who knows if Shadow will appear again, you know, in the spotlight, or if he will be acting in the shadows, as his name implies. Who knows what Alexia will do now that her mission has been called off. Maybe she will go through with doing her mission, even though that could cause problems with the relationship between the two, I guess you can say, states or nation states. What will Sid do? Will he reappear again with Oriana? I mean, so many questions to come out of this episode. So many still unanswered questions about the whole plot of the whole arc, because yeah, this episode explained a whole lot of new things and made things a little bit clearer. But at the same time, we still have unanswered questions. For example, who killed the last Archbishop? What is the meaning of the Diablo's arm that was cut? Why does the hero Olivier has keep being brought up? And so many other questions that you and I could potentially have that we still don't know. So yeah, I don't know if I missed anything in the episode. I hope I didn't. But in general, that is the most important thing that happened in this episode. And yeah, I mean, that is everything that I had to say. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I guess I'll see you all in the next episode review.